What if I told you that you could walk into school on day 1 and already be ahead of 90% of your classmates? I'm not joking. In this video, I'll share 5 tips that will put you in the right path and make you start the school year with momentum. I'm David and I'm a straight A student, and in this video I've compiled 5 hacks I found I use to start the school year with a lot of momentum and crush it next year. Stick around because these 5 hacks will change how you start the school year and will skyrocket you into straight A's. Number 1. Sleep like a top student. Most people don't even care about the sleep schedule in school. They will go to sleep at 3 a.m., then wake up at 8 a.m., and then wonder why they're sleepy all the time in class and they're not paying attention. But it's not only just that. On holidays, most of us sleep in late. But the key I found to actually be able to start the school year strong is shift your sleep schedule a bit earlier, a week before school starts. See, most people, they will go to sleep at 3 a.m. every single day on holidays. And then when school starts, they will try to go to sleep earlier, but they can't because they're not used to that. And then they will be at first at school, they will be sleepy, they will be all groggy. And then by the time the first week ends, they will already have a more normal sleep schedule. But the trick is to start a week early. If your bedtime, for example, now is 1 a.m., one day you're gonna switch it to 20 minutes earlier, then another 20 minutes earlier. And you're gonna do that until you hit your ideal bedtime, which for me, for example, is 10 p.m. So, for example, now I go to sleep at 12 at midnight. And if I wanna switch to 10 p.m., I need to start at least 6 days earlier so I can switch my bedtime and be used to that bedtime, so then when school rolls around, I can start strong and not be sleepy and groggy the first day of school. Number 2, the 20-minute memory boost. This doesn't even have to be 20 minutes, but what you're gonna do is plan it out also like a week before school starts, and you're just gonna take 20 minutes a day and review last year's stuff. So you're gonna read the syllabus, read exactly what you learned that year, read the most important notes, basically refresh your memory so when school starts, it's like you never had a holiday and you remember everything. This will not only set you apart because you actually know the stuff, teachers will think you're a genius. Well, they will not think you're a genius, but they will see that, hey, he actually cared, he remembered everything. So without being a teacher's pet, you're already gonna be on the teacher's good side, plus you're gonna remember everything. So this is a no-brainer that I recommend you do, and it doesn't even have to be 20 minutes. It can be 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, just a little something so you actually remember what you learned last year, and then next year at school you're not going to be asking what's 1 plus 1. Number 3, plan your schedule before chaos hits. See, most people, they won't have a designated study time or homework time at all. And then there's the people who take it a step further. They actually plan their study when they actually have to study and have exams. But what I want you to do is to differentiate yourself. You're gonna skyrocket yourself with this, is plan your study time before school even starts. So, for example, the day before school starts, you're gonna plan out exactly at what time you'll study, and if you want self-improvement in general, at what time you'll exercise, and any important habit. This way, when school starts, you already know exactly what you'll do that day, and you won't be scrambling to know, oh my god, what am I gonna do? And you're probably wondering, well, I don't have homework the first few days of school, right? Yes, but you can use that study time anyways. You're not gonna skip it because you don't have homework. You're gonna use it to study what you learned last year. So what you learned last year from the previous trick, you're gonna learn it before school, but then you can review it a lot more while you're in school and you don't have homework. And even if you have a little bit of homework, you're gonna do it. Or studying, just reviewing what you already learned so you can get a lot better. And the reason we schedule it before school actually starts and we know how much homework we have is so we're prepared. And this doesn't have to be a schedule you're gonna follow all year. Just for example, follow it the first 3 weeks and then you can switch to one more comfortable depending on how much study and homework you have. So just plan it out so you're not lost as soon as school starts. Number 4, master mind mapping. If you know how to mind map, you can condense information a lot easier. Let me share an anecdote. So last year, a teacher actually taught us how to learn, and it was comprised of highlighting the text, then you turn it into a summary or mind map, and then you study that. And I actually added another step, which is learning. But basically, the thing is, most kids are in my class, they will say, oh, but I don't like mind maps or diagrams. I prefer a summary. And I always look at them like, what are you even saying? Because mind maps are a ton easier. Yes, the summary is easier to make, but it's longer to make because you have to write down everything. But with a mind map, you may take a little bit of time to actually comprehend how to make it. The first one will be horrible and a lot of time. Now, if you actually know how to do it, you can basically condense a whole chapter of information, everything that will be on a test, into one page. So let me share how I do mind maps. Right, so the first thing I do is I write down the main point, and then I branch off into different colors. And then I will write down the branch. Something I didn't do in this mind map is connect ones. For example, history, right? Ancient, medieval. I could have put an arrow from one to the next to show the pass of time. But basically, as you can see, I color-coded them into 3 different branches. And now you have a very quick mind map. You can just look, and I see, okay, there were 3, which let me actually write down this. Right, so there were 4, there were 5. You can see everything, right? You can write, you can branch it off as much as you want, and you can see, and you're like, oh, okay, so this is how I do my mind maps. Number 5, the study buddy advantage. This one consists of having a study buddy before school starts. And you may be wondering, why do you need a study buddy before school even starts? Well, you can do it the first week of school too, but if you already have someone to study with, you won't have to scramble to find someone when your tests come up, because you already have someone. And maybe you will want to be with one when the test comes up, but he's already studying with another friend and you don't want to study with him. So there may be a lot of complications, but if you already found one, it's going to be a lot easier. And the more brains on a problem, the better, right? So even if it's a study group, it's going to be better than studying alone. Let me share a story. Last year, while studying Baroque themes, because I'm very good at STEM, but not as good as in literature, okay? So last year, we were studying Baroque themes, and the typical question of what did the author mean came up. And if I did it alone, it would have taken me 45 minutes just to give up because I don't know. But I studied with a friend, so I did my homework with a friend. And if I missed something, he found it, and we basically had this back and forth. We were trading ideas, and we finished in like 15 minutes. We finished the homework at school. And if I would have done it alone, like I said, I would have given up. But with a friend, it was actually way more fun, and we actually got the homework done. So definitely find a study buddy before school starts. If you use just one of these, you'll be ahead of 50% of your classmates. But if you use all 5, you'll be unstoppable. But don't stop now. Go watch this video, which is about 3 skills you need to learn before school starts, so you absolutely crush this school year. Combine it with these 5 hacks, and you'll definitely be unstoppable. Not even the teachers will stop you.